Hey everyone, I'm Bill. That's Bogna. We're with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Turtle Rock. And babe, we have your bikes out today. What's going on? So Bogna has decided she's a one bike person. All the life I've known of you, she's always had one bike and that was it. She had the MT-09, and I know you had the R6, and you love the R6. We had the Gixxer, then you got the R6, and you just rode the R6. Then you sold the R6, or no, then you bought the MT-09 and never rode the R6, so the R6 went. Then you bought the S1000R, just single R, and never rode the MT-09, which we both regret selling that MT-09. But then you had the S1000R and you loved that bike, absolutely loved that bike. And then, well, I bought her the Tuono Factory and she never rode the S1000R anymore. So we sold the S1000R and here we are today with both of Bogna's bikes, the brand new 2021 V2, which let's see how many miles you have on this little buddy because it's ready for service, isn't it? 1016, and this bike is 6 months newer than this bike, and this bike has almost the same exact miles. Yeah, so so today we unfortunately are saying goodbye to the 2019 Tuono Factory. It's a lovely bike, don't get me wrong. I just personally am not into it. I've never really, even when I did the test rides of these, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I liked it on the track at Coda, but out here, I don't know. I'm not digging it as much. So we're going to head out to Lake Hennessy and Rutherford for a quick little ride and talk about the Aprilia Tuono, talk about what we've done to it. If you guys are interested, we will link a for sale down below. But lovely, we've got some Harleys on our route. Debris flag, pickle flag's out. So, yeah, oh boy. All right, well, we will see you guys in a few. All right, well, away we go. We had to give traffic just a little extra break there. So yeah, you know, just over a year ago, or just about a year ago, I decided that I was going to get this Tuono for Bogna. It was just an incredible deal that I got from Eurocycle Sonoma, and it was something that we were looking to bring to the channel for you guys that were asking a lot about the Tuono versus the Street Fighter, and well, you know, I will stand by what I say about the Aprilia versus Ducati in any of the sectors. If you are on a budget and you are looking to maintain a cost-effective bike, Aprilia is a great option. It is a great Italian option that is, you know, going to be affordable. Now, here's the cons to Aprilia that I will say, and somewhat actually of pros, is the damn bikes look the same for the last 10, 15 years. So, you know, they don't change much of the molding. Hell, there's parts that are on the new RS660 that are interchangeable from 10-year-old Aprilias. So, you know, Aprilia's been able to keep their tooling costs down instead of making all new bikes and all new styles and models and molds. You know, that keeps the price down on these Aprilias, honestly. Now, I'll say the Aprilia quality of the workmanship is not quite as good as Ducati, in my personal opinion. I think Ducati's just got that next level of quality. Now, the Ducati Street Fighter, in my opinion, is such a better street bike. So out here, I really love the Ducati Street Fighter a lot better than I do with this thing. Now, I will tell you guys, and you know, I have to admit, you know, when I was at COTA, I really give this thing a big A+ on track riding, but that was because how the suspension was set up was a little bit different than the Street Fighter. In the Street Fighter, I was just kind of riding in bonkers mode, and the thing wanted to wheelie every corner. So when the very last session of COTA, I went into the Dave Moss Ducati fixed suspension and just re-fell in love with that thing again. And, you know, took the thing out to Chuckwalla, and again, just kind of like got a re-love of the Street Fighter. Now, this bike was great out there, but the last time when I was at Buttonwillow, this thing, the suspension was sliding around a little bit, tires were sliding around a little bit, so it wasn't quite as fun and enjoyable personally. So now, out here on the street, I've only actually ridden this thing once before, honestly, and it was a little getting used to, but I don't know, I just didn't click with it on the street. I honestly didn't love it on the street, and I really today don't really love it on the street either. One of the things that bothers me about this is the throttle. It's just so, it's so twitch, it's so right there, and you guys know the issue, right? The bike has been fully tuned by Shiv. We've got the exhaust and everything, but I don't know, it's just the throttle, I feel like is a little bit better on par on the Ducati than this Aprilia. Now, suspension-wise, I really love the suspension both on the Ducati now, both on track in the fixed mode. And then out here in the auto mode, it's just way better, way better. The auto mode in Ducati has just got the street. It's figured it out. So, you know, but there's a lot of things that I do like about this Aprilia. You know, I like that it's got a little bit of a windscreen to it. The sound to this thing just is pretty amazing. So, you know, it's the mirrors are a lot more functional on this bike. And the position of riding on this bike versus the Ducati is a bit different as well. All right, well, we are going to be ditching those people and take you guys on a new direction of our ride. But I couldn't sit with that any longer, so we're gonna head out towards the backside of Lake Berryessa. You guys usually see us coming this way, so. But back to this Tuono, and some of the things that I love about the Tuono is I like the lower end riding position of this bike because it mimics and is very similar, almost identical to an RSV4 sport bike. And because of that, you really feel and the ability of being able to stand on the pegs and weighting the pegs is a little bit better than the Ducati because, again, the pegs are a little bit more upright, where on the Ducati they're at stock level is definitely more relaxed. So now some of the things that is nice also on the Aprilia, the cruise control, you know, it's not something that I normally use on my sport bikes, but you know, when I'm heading down to Alice's or something like that, and we've got an hour freeway ride, you know, the cruise control is nice. So, you know, the Aprilia's got some great function to it. But I think all in all of a package, I think I prefer the Ducati personally. Now, I know that there's going to be people that are going to be opposite, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, the Tuono, for us personally, especially, you know, I bought this for Bogna, so if she's not going to be riding it, it's kind of just sitting in the garage. And, you know, I have my bikes, and there's a lot of love with the bikes that I have personally. The Ducati Street Fighter, I love. The RS660. We'll talk about that in a future video. But, you know, I've got my HP2 Sport, which I don't ride, but that's a different bike, right? You know, the Tiger 1200, we just weren't riding that thing enough to justify keeping it in the collection. And, you know, a lot of you guys are like, you guys sell bikes all the time and you're getting new bikes, and, you know, we got to keep it fresh for you guys on the channel. So that's another reason why this is leaving the collection, because, well, we have another bike coming to the collection which we haven't talked about, which we'll talk about in a future video. But this is the next bike to go, so a little rip up through this last little part. A little different riding through here this way. I'm used to ripping down the other way, so like a whole new ride. Bogna catch up, pull over here, give you guys a quick little walk around on the Tuono, show you guys kind of what we've done to the bike, and I'll give you guys a little bit of an apology for my riding abilities right now. I injured my ribs a couple weeks ago, and it's been a little healing process. I actually haven't been on a bike, been able to get on a bike for the last 2 weeks, so the left side rib is just a little tense. So hope you guys are bearing with me just a little bit. Well, there we have it, the 2019 Tuono Factory for what may be its very last ride. Quick little walk around on what we've done to the bike. Nothing major cosmetic to the bike, but we did do the LED upgrades to the headlights. We do have carbon fiber wheels front and back. We do have the Woodcraft rear sets and full, well, aero slip-on, cat delete and everything, with a full tune by Shiv, tidy tail and taillight integrated by Motodynamic, stomp grips. What else have we done to this thing? I feel like there's a few other carbon wheels, of course. Oh, the Sprocket, the Superlite Sprocket with the 520 conversion, converted also to GP shifts. So a lot of cool little, what's that? Windscreen, Puig Windscreen. So I'll list everything down below and let you guys, if you guys are interested, it is up for sale. I'll link a listing down below. We're selling it with or without the carbon wheels. So if you're interested with the carbon wheels, obviously we're at a higher price. But the carbon wheels really transform the turnability of this bike. So definitely stay tuned. But thank you guys for enjoying the Tuono with us. But we're on to bigger and better things. And I don't know, maybe another Ducati. Who knows? You you guys will have to stick around. Do the normal, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, ring the bell notification, and I'll link up above all of the beautiful content we've had on the Tuono. But thank you, and we'll see you next video. Bye, guys.